Check this out. I ain't got long. So I'm going to dig into it. Check this out. First and foremost, I want to thank you for even tuning in. 1, 2, 3. Ain't nobody got to listen. You know why? Because I'm still going to say what I got to say. I just tagged a whole bunch of folks. So when it come across your page, you be like, there you go again. And let me remind you that I'm not a preacher. I'm giving testimony because of the test that I made it through. I'm able to moan about it and then let it ride. Because I got to give glory and honor to the Most High God. So, with that being said, we're going to Isaiah 45. Like we're going to go to second and third verse. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, and 3. Somewhere in there. I probably won't make it through all of it. But listen, just check this out. The most important thing is, I want you to understand something about it. This is about Cyrus the Great. Now, Cyrus was the king of Persia at the time. Cyrus wasn't even a believer. Matter of fact, he was a king and he wasn't even an Israelite. So it's sort of like somebody in your family that's acting like they're in your family, but they're not a part of your family. But they gonna come to change you. You know what I'm saying? So in Israel, most of the kings throughout the Bible, most of the kings came from Israel. So they were kings, and to be a king, and you had to be an Israelite. But God, let me read the verse first. But this is what it said. 45, Isaiah 45, 1, 2, 3. Okay. He says, thus saith the Lord to his anointed. First and foremost, God spoke to people. He spoke over people because this was pre-Jesus. Now, Jesus hadn't came yet, so this hasn't even happened. So what he said, thus saith the Lord. I love it when they say that. His anointed to Cyrus, whose right hand I have held. He holding Cyrus's right hand. Cyrus is a king of Persia now. And, golly, this was in 500 BC. Yeah, before Christ. Totally before Christ. So he said, to whose right hand I have held. He holding Cyrus. He letting him know that he had Cyrus in his hand. And then he said, to loose the armor of kings and to open before him double doors so that the gates will not be shut. So what he's saying to a non-Israelite king at the time is that he's about to make a way for him. And the way he was about to make for him is actually so amazing. But people fail to realize that what the non-Israelite, he wasn't even a believer, he wasn't even a follower of God. But God decided to anoint him because he had something for him to do. And he had what he needed for him to do is to go release. He was going to release the people in Jerusalem so they could come back and rebuild their country because they had got exiled. But this is, let me get there. But I want to enlighten just a couple of verses because a great friend of mine, one of the best in the world, told me something the other day, and it was very, very interesting because we continue to miss out, and I don't want you to miss this. What he says is, after God has spoken over Cyrus to let Cyrus know that, hey, he telling you that, hey, this is Cyrus is my anointing. This is what he said. Verse 2 says, he ain't gonna let no door get shut. He let him know that your path, I got you covered. And this is how he even backs it up by saying, I will go before you and make crooked places straight. I will break in pieces the gates of bronze and cut the bars of iron. I need to reiterate the part about this because it's so very interesting, because what you got to realize is that you are anointed. See, this was pre-Jesus, but see, now we got Jesus. So the thing is, as for Cyrus, as he's been anointed, even a non-believer and a non-Israelite king, he had purpose. But see, when Jesus died, he left the spirit with you, so you're able to be anointed in his spirit because you're already purposed for what God has for you, and you know your purpose. There's no way you don't know, and you just don't want to lean into it.